I tell people who don't know about the band what the band is, what I say is, hey, I'm in this band. It's big, we're loud, it's crazy. It's hard to describe until you've seen the band. You don't get it, you won't get it until you see us and hear us play.
Well, the Seed and Feed March in Abominable began in 1974. A marching band was needed with a theater group, the Kelly Seed and Feed theater group, and they needed a marching band for one of their plays, so they put together this band. Everyone enjoyed it so much, I believe, that they just continued on with it, and it evolved into what it is today.
I'm a shy person, so consequently being part of a larger group is very nice because then you can be shy but show off. Yes, it's a real marching band, while at the same time we're a parody of a marching band. The original concept of the band was the Marching Abominable and Twirling Despicables, which was a corps of 6 to 8 women in short skirts and sequins, you know, acting like the high school girls do, only these are not women in high school.
Well, the Despicables have an important job. I mean, we've got to sort of hover around the band, and, you know, sometimes we go into wild crowds and people want to run up and touch the band, and we kind of just dance around and protect the band. You know, we do whatever our performance protects them.
We don't want anybody to get hurt, so we ask people to move back. There's something going on everywhere, and it's a 3-ring circus. I twirled as feature twirler at Georgia Tech in 1975. I have always enjoyed twirling a baton, and there's no greater rush than twirling a baton when you've got a beautiful marching band playing behind you, because it makes what you do fit. If I just was standing on the street twirling baton, people would go, okay, that's a crazy person. But I can get dressed up in sparkles and spangles and pretty little shoes and parade down the street, and everybody thinks I'm fun.
The band does a thing called a blitz, and a blitz is basically showing up to play somewhere uninvited.
A blitz is not an impromptu gig. We know where we're going, we just didn't bother to tell anybody else.
The whole idea is just the insanity of, why is this marching band here? We will go to bars, grocery stores.
We've done them at bookstores for book signings. We've done parties. We've just shown up in places where people least expect us.
They don't always work well. Sometimes you can tell the audience is just kind of blown away. They just cannot kind of believe what they're seeing.
They're trying to ignore us like we weren't there, which, if you've seen the band, we're a little hard to ignore.
I would describe the look of the Seed and Feed marching band as something from the 60s, something from the 70s, something from the 80s, something from the 90s.
Our look is a cross between Mardi Gras and Halloween. Maybe throw in Easter and the 4th of July, and that's how we look.
We always say we leave a trail wherever we play at of feathers and sequins, that we could never get lost, because all we have to do is turn around and follow our path.
Yeah, it's kind of a balancing act all the time between being halfway serious so things work and being crazy so we can have fun and our performance comes off good. Every now and then we have to at least pay attention and listen to instructions.
It's a lot of fun, but it's still work. And that's really what the music should be. It should be work to get it to a point where you can really have fun and enjoy your playing. You do allow a little beer drinking.
I don't drink beer at rehearsal, I drink champagne. We work a lot on dynamics. because as I say, I think our style is basically loud.
Love playing swing tunes, but we also just try to pick songs that will energize the crowd and get them involved in our show. You know, we certainly have to play marches because we're a marching band.
The marching we don't practice at all. I often wonder why we call ourselves the Marching Abominables, because most of the time we either walk or saunter or stroll. There's very little marching in this band.
The experience that we're trying to project depends on the situation. We can play in parades, we can play at corporate gigs, we can play at weddings, we can play bar mitzvahs.
They're all one-of-a-kind gigs. The gig at the Governor's Mansion was one of a kind because I don't think we'll ever be asked back there.
When people see us play, I want them to feel excited, I want them to feel happy, I want to see a smile on their face, and that they saw something that they really didn't expect, but what they didn't expect was really what they were looking for.
When we come in, people have reminiscences of, you know, when they were growing up, when they were in a parade, and all of a sudden the things that are bothering you can just disappear. The music's big, the visuals are big, and we just try to bring back that feeling, you know, the feeling that you have when you're in the moment and nothing else matters.
People tend to remember the band when they see us, but they don't tend to remember our name because it is quite a mouthful.
We're not like famous, we're semi-famous, sort of famous. They'll see our picture in the paper, oh yeah, it's that band. And I like to be in that band. I get to be a rock star.
I run into people here in Atlanta that have never heard of the Seed and Feed Marching Abominable, so I guess we need to get out and perform more places. Because I really think the goal of this band should be that this city needs to be afraid that we might show up.